This one's going to be a nice quick video on how to deal with the repeats in the first and second endings. I just realized from last time I didn't erase this composer arranger thing, so I'm just going to delete that, get that out of the way. I want to start by adding the repeat bar lines. So I'm going to we have a repeat that basically goes in there on the second measure, and then we've got a repeat that goes in right before that half note G right there. And then I also want to put a double bar line. Oh, it's already there. A double bar line to finish. You know, I just realized that there's a music theory thing that you'll notice in the very last measure where there's a half note rest or a half rest at the very end in the music I have on the screen. And then in Musescore, it's 2/4 rests. Actually, Musescore is doing this right in a music theory way, because you're not supposed to group weak beats together. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so we've got the repeat bar lines in. Now we have to get the basically the first and second endings. There we go. So we're back in our repeat section, and I'm just going to pop over ending number 1. There's a couple ways I could do this. Actually, maybe this will be the easier way. I'm going to highlight the whole section that I want repeat 1 to go over top of, and I'm just going to click prima volta, ending number 1. There we go. And now you're going to see it extends properly. And then I'm going to highlight the measures that are going to be number 2 for the second ending. I'm sorry, I'm just highlighting over. I'm going to redo that because I'm a little worried. There's 2 different options for ending 2, and I want to make sure we're getting it right. Okay, so now if you go to, I'm just going to, I don't think I need to do anything else with the sheet, so I'll just get away from that. If we want to fiddle around with the repeats, I'm going to the little wheel in the top right. And again, we can toggle on or off play repeats. If I go to play repeats, you should hear the first ending work properly. So if I just hit play from here, you can hear that long hold should go back to the beginning, just like that. But since this is the second time through, it should jump to the second ending. Now, if I toggle that back to not play repeats, if I kick it off from here, it should go straight to the second ending now. Well, it didn't, and it should have. All right, so we're going to do an experiment. I'm going to crank up the tempo, make this really crazy fast. And I've got the play repeats toggled on. I want to make sure that it's doing the second ending properly. So I'm going to just kick it off from the... Actually, this isn't as fast as I was hoping, but we'll listen through the notes. There we go. Okay, so from what I understand, just from that brief little experiment, the only way that we can really get Musescore to recognize a first and second ending is to have the repeat toggled on. If I dislocate the repeat toggle, if I were to hit play here, it's just going to play right through the first and the second ending. Like that. So in order for Musescore to appropriately play the first and second ending, you need to have that repeat toggled on. So learn something new every day. That's the main thing we're going to do here. And as a final note, I'm just going to make the page settings a little prettier. I'm going to really stretch out the notes. We don't need a whole bunch of white space in this. We're going to add some chords. We should have lots of room for that. Maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller to make sure we do. And I'm going to put the tempo back to something a little bit more reasonable. I don't know. Let's just do 120 for now and call it a day there, after, of course, saving the file. I forgot to save it in yesterday's video. So score 8. There we go.